start.
Yeah, it should start. You're on. You're streaming.
I'm waiting for the feedback.
You are streaming.
Good evening out there. FSW want to be part of our community, and many of you will get great news tonight. It's 6:30. We're just waiting a few minutes to make sure that the connectivity is good for everybody. Maybe a few people are running late, but we're happy that you're joining us today, and we will get the lottery posted this evening. You'll watch the process happen. It is happening live. It is 6:30 where I am, and it's 6:30 where you are. So that's a new first for us. We're all doing new first things during the virus situation. Just a few quick things to review while we're just, like I said, giving families just a few more minutes to join us online. Don't worry if you miss this, if the numbers go too fast. Within a very short amount of time, maybe 5-10 minutes from the time we're finished live here, this exact same information will be printed on electronic documents and posted to our web. So right there on the website where you created your account, where the red buttons were, now the results buttons are there. So I'm asking my friend Paul how many people have joined us online. And he's giving me the signal to keep going because he's still checking. So
46.
we'll
46 waiting.
we'll come back to that that number in just a second. We just want to make sure that they're all connected, not just in a waiting room.
46 waiting.
46 waiting.
I'm looking at my phone. We have someone else monitoring remotely, and she says it's not showing.
32 watching now.
There may be
They got
a
one of
couple
those
of
in YouTube link, you know, that's probably one.
Okay.
names.
It says 32 watching now.
Watching or waiting? I got
I feel like this is back in Hurricane Irma with the updates. I'm back live at 6:32, repeating the same speech I gave at 6:30. Welcome to the FSW Online. I'm Dr. Botts, the principal. There's a team of folks here working to bring this to you live. And it's strange that we're doing this in this format. Typically, we like to do things face-to-face. Joining our school is a personal experience. It's small. We hope you got that impression during the open house. But tonight, we just need to do this for all the obvious reasons. And who knows, this might even be a better process in the end. In short, if you just joined us, we'll be doing the lottery live tonight. What's already happened behind the scenes is the employee and sibling preference participants have been removed from the pool of available numbers. And so all of your lottery registration numbers are queued up in an Excel spreadsheet. And what we'll do is you'll watch it happen and we'll talk through it, but we'll randomize those out on the web at a website called random.org, and that will then rank order them. And that will be the order in which we offer seats. Just stalling here for a few minutes in case other people are joining. And for freshmen, you can expect the letters and the offer enrollment packets to go in the mail next week. And you'll have until the 18th of April to accept that packet by simply returning it through US mail. Tonight's effort will be captured in 2 PDF documents that will be loaded on our webpage. They'll be up live tonight, and so I think that we're ready to go. If the tech team tells me the numbers are pretty good, there's plenty of people watching. Okay, good. So what we're going to do is I'll just describe the process really quickly. You'll hear my voice, but the camera will swing to another person who works here at the college, but not associated with the high school. He doesn't have anything to do with names. They're just numbers to him, and he's just clicking the button. And so here's what we're going to do. The list of numbers that you see on the screen right there is going to be cut and pasted into random.org. Then that program will randomly sort them, and they'll drop out into another screen, which will be cut and pasted into the document that we put up on the web. So we'll do the sophomore situation first. This is it happening live. We'll talk about the sophomore lottery in just a second, but right now he is highlighting all the numbers. There were 25 entries. He's copying and pasting those numbers over to the web. This is a random.org that we talked about. It will drop them into the box and then ask the website to randomize them. And this is the lottery for sophomores. Boom. So what you see right there, whoever was number 194 would be the first person to be offered a seat in the sophomore world. While he cuts and pastes this over, I'll give you my kind of commentary. There are 25 families there seeking seats in the sophomore world. At the current time, we have 0 openings, and that sounds a little bit intimidating. However, it's not unusual this time of year. We don't have sophomore openings until freshmen actually withdraw. So we will, it's just adding the Lee there. And then we need to get the numbers on there. I think we just need to copy the numbers. What if you start at the,
It will copy the numbers. Go down.
what if you start at the bottom and go up?
No, it don't matter. Just do it whatever you've done before.
It did not.
Control C, Control V.
It is not grabbing.
It don't matter. It copy drops them.
Okay.
Copy.
I did that.
Go there. You have to delete everything. Okay. Control V.
All right, there they are, just like we expected. So back to my commentary about sophomore numbers. If you're in the sophomore queue here waiting, you won't hear from us for a while, and that's simply because until current freshmen withdraw, there are no sophomore seats, and we'll work through that. For any of you that have any questions, we'll answer them, however you need to get in touch with us. Please just don't stop by the office, but call or email. The phone numbers are out there. And again, the sophomore lottery really is more about this summer than it is right now. So that's the process. We'll move ahead and do the freshman lottery. This is the one that counts. If you've been nervously praying or you're anxious, now is the time to do that. We're going to go ahead and grab. There are, I believe, we'll get down there, and so I have the exact correct number. There are right around 200 entries, 203 entries, which we're about to drop into the randomizer right now. Same process as before. We will just clear out. We'll clear out the.
No way you got it.
And then do it again. There we go.
Go back. Just go down and tell them that please or something. So it's like what?
There we go. Now we're dropping in the freshman numbers. There they are. We'll scroll up and down just to make sure everybody sees all those numbers. All 200 numbers are in there. Okay, we got the. And this is that moment. Here comes the randomizer and boom. So we'll cut and paste it over and then we'll show you this document again. But it looks like number 82 was at the top of the list. So we're going to bring all of these numbers over to our PDF document, just like last time. And we will put it back up on the screen so that you all can see it. So those green numbers are employee and sibling preference numbers that were not part of the lottery. Those students are already assigned. And so we scroll back up to the top and you can, if you're at home and you're super skeptical, you could take a snapshot of that page. We'll show you the next page as well. You could take a snapshot of that. And you'll see that this is the exact same document that appears on the web. And the last step here is to determine kind of what's a good number and a bad number. We've done the math, and based on the number of employee and sibling preferences that are already spoken for, we're highlighting down to number 78. So all of these yellow numbers represent families who will receive a packet in the mail. And the very first time someone either doesn't return their packet or declines their seat, will automatically move on to number 79, number 80, 81 in the order that's listed here. If we were live in person, there would be a lot of questions that people would ask. They're the same questions every year. What's a good spot? How many should I expect? I'm happy to give you my best guess, but as we all know, this year is far different than any other year. So typically, we get down to get to the 118 seats that we're trying to fill. We usually, after people say yes and no and maybe so, and it all sorts out, we usually get down around number 110, 115, 120. Remember, many of those seats are already taken by employee and sibling preference. So what we're going to do right now is save these documents, move them over to the web. You'll be able to see them there live within the next 5, 6, 7 minutes. And we appreciate your time, your interest in the school. We wish you the best during this confusing time. And we do look forward to meeting you and seeing you. In terms of returning your packets, the instructions that you will receive, including the instructions that are written there, are U.S. mail only, please. There are phone numbers and email addresses here that you can contact us with, but please just don't stop by the high school. The college is closed. It's very likely that you'll meet a front door that's locked, but the phone number and email that are in the document can always answer your questions. So we'll be happy to meet you when it's time to meet you, but now it's time for your family to be safe and us to continue working hard to do the best we can for everybody in these difficult times. Have a great evening, and we'll look forward to meeting you.